Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins of all ages, welcome back to another edition of the greatest goddamn D&D stream on this world and the next here. Welcome to Goblins Under the Stairs. Woo! You got Soul Right to Destroy here. Needs a little drink of water.
Destroying his
So
voice.
Oh, he died.
I know, apparently he's down to 3 health.
Yeah.
That's right. This battle has been tough on me, but I'm not alone. I'm joined by the wrecking crew of destroyers. Got a very dark face, Fang the Mang there. Is he there? Is he not? We don't know.
We'll never know.
You got Wilma Chattington, and of course, the greatest goddamn D&D DM in all the land here. It's Nate Gonzalez. Take it away here.
Thank you, Soul Raptor Destroyer. Thank you very much. And welcome everyone to tonight's Thursday night short edition of Goblins Under the Stairs. We're going to just jump on into this thing and get it rolling. Anyone want to do a recap from last game? Pick us up and get a little inspiration. Going once, going twice. Already tied.
Ooh,
Milk mustache, Luke.
that's froth from egg white.
Oh, nice.
That's disgusting.
What the fuck?
You don't like egg white in your cocktails?
Oh, I like a good flip.
All right, so the last time we
Look at that.
were together,
It's like a creamsicle.
you guys went up against this beholder, Irv, who was a servant of Talavar, it seemed. And what you guys were able to learn from him in your short period of time with him is that he was on a mission to get 100 kills within this place. And he was very close to it at 94 when he met you all. Made it all the way up to 96, but of course you guys stopped him from getting those 100 kills that he so desperately wanted and needed in order to gain a layer of his own, granted by the one and only Talavar. But you guys miraculously made it out alive, banished a few of you guys to some strange pocket dimensions floating in this ethereal space. A couple of you went down and almost died. Larnon, of course, somehow survived it once again. But lo and behold, after chopping off a couple of its eye stalks and putting a hurting on it, you guys were able to stop it, kill it, and emerge victorious from this battle. So with this beholder, Earth, now taken care of, where would you guys like to pick up and go from there?
Well, first things first, I'm gonna take one of those Githyanki longswords, and I'm gonna stick it in my bag of holding, in case we need it.
Absolutely, yeah. The two Githyanki that were with you guys were melded into the ground, but were turned into these undead ghouls, these fiends by the beholder, crawled their way towards you guys, just their upper bodies, leaving behind the rest of it that was melded into the ground. And yeah, left behind were a couple of those Githyanki longswords that you're easy enough to grab one if you'd like.
Oh yeah. And as I take the sword, I look at the crew and I say, they said this sword was good for mind flayers. Yeah. It's good to keep it handy.
I think that's definitely good with you. So he killed 96 things here. Is there like a pile of bodies anywhere, or is there anything we can kind of look for, loot?
Yeah, no, as you look around in here, there doesn't seem to be any bodies in here except for the Githyanki that had been melded into essentially nothing. But as you guys were, walking around in the previous area before you walk through this set of doors that have now closed and locked behind you guys, you did see several bodies, bones, and everything strewn about in that chamber. Of course, you saw the 5 wizards that were melded into the wall prior, a couple of dead bodies, Durgar in the one chamber before that as well. So you've seen a few strewn about here. of course, if you've seen by his powers, he could possibly have disintegrated or melted a couple of them fully as well.
Well, I think that's fair enough. So with that, I mean, I'd probably I'm assuming the one door at the bottom, I think it was like flush, nothing like that, and I think maybe we I don't know if we just kind of look around here to see if there's any more of those like double prong holders or anything like that up here to the right.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'd probably head up here to peek around the corner. Oh, whole other little town up here. Hey guys, I don't know if we want to go up, check this area up here first, or...
Let's do it.
I just want to reiterate that we're looking for the prongs and then getting some rest before we really continue much further. I mean, we are not in the best shape to be kind of surveying too much.
As he says that, I am in like impeccable shape. I've actually like cleaned my ears and looking pretty good. And I go, yeah, I guess you guys do look a little shitty. Just kind of keep.
I guess if we're looking rough, then maybe you could keep a lookout for us while we get a good night's rest.
That's right.
This is an interesting place to take a nap, but yeah, let's see just how safe this little area is.
All right.
Uh-oh.
As you guys make your way on into this room, you see to your west or to your left, direction is kind of strange in this place. Some tattered canvas just hangs from the ceiling, seemingly to conceal some sort of area in the center there, about 20 feet across. Up above it, you see some high-pitched, you see some like string holding it all up, but you also hear a high-pitched whine, as from like a plucked wire inside of there echoes from within.
Kind of look at the guys. That's neat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to what I just said. I really don't feel comfortable with moving too much further. I really do think that we should head back and to the room that we were just in, and like I said, rest up before we continue any further. I mean, who knows? We went past one door, and lo and beholder. So
That is fair. Do you guys want to take like a short little rest, or?
well, let me ask you something, Wilma. Do you think? Well, it depends. Do you remember in Noogaloop's lair when you kind of took the stone walls and kind of made your own wall? Well, I was wondering if you could maybe do that with this kind of fleshy wall to
I kind of
secure a little space for us.
I would kind of
I
look
do
around.
not want
I
to
think
get anywhere near her fleshy walls. Anywhere near.
I wouldn't knock it till you try it, my friend. But these walls are a little. I think they're a little wide for that. It's can only go about yay far. I can only do 5 feet.
Also,
They're
as
like
a
20 feet caverns.
point of time reference, since the time you guys took that last long rest, it's only been a couple of hours.
Well, it's not every day you fight a beholder like that. It's quite exhausting. But perhaps just a quick little nap or just something, maybe just to kind of sit and kind of regain some energy. How does that sound then?
I need an hour. An hour. That's all we need.
Yeah, I can do a
Well, I think
1 hour lunch.
If you guys want to go back down to the bottom, and you guys can, I'm fine. So if you guys really need to take a rest like that, you guys can, I guess.
I think that's our best bet before kind of looking, especially with whatever is creepy behind that fucking tapestry there in the center.
That's right. And if we
Yes,
Already took
Glad we
this
can
much
agree on that.
damage. Already took this much damage getting this far. You know it's gonna get harder and worse. This is the time.
Okay, well, if you guys want to go down to there, we can just hang out for a little bit, and I can check some stuff and see what's going on.
Let's do it. Come on, Larney. Let's take a nap.
Kind of looks around back at you guys. Do you think it's wise to leave Wilma by herself? Perhaps looks over at Wilma. If you'd like someone to come with you, I could join you.
Sounds
I
like
think-
Larney wants to get some. All right, well, we'll be napping here. I leave with Fang. I don't care.
Learning didn't strike me as the Paragon type.
Just like Wilma said, never know until you try it. Anywho,
I try anything twice. Because, you know, the
Make sure
first
you
time you
like
might
it.
not like it.
That's right. I see where your mind's at. Anywho, I'm gonna lay down for a bit with my back resting against the wall. I see Jules. Hello.
Hola.
Hey.
That's the
What's
only
up, Mom?
Spanish word she knows.
Said it with a great accent, though.
I'll be back at my
Carlos
house.
felt
soon.
right at home.
Yeah.
I put my back against the wall.
That was quite authentic.
Yeah.
Hola, gracias.
All right. So what is happening?
I'm just sitting there with my back against the wall, and I'm gonna try to get action down. Not with my back against the wall. I don't want to touch that fleshy wall. I'm basically gonna sit like cross-legged and kind of like a meditative pose, and just try to get a little shut up.
The floor is also
Taking
fleshy, but I
taking one from
understand.
my book.
Yeah, listen, everything's the same texture, guys.
But I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so Solrak and Fang, why don't you both roll me a D100? Wilma, what are you doing?
I'm gonna kind of just back up a little bit to, just so I can just kind of barely see the room or hear them, and I'm just
89.
keeping a lookout, being extra sensitive. I'd probably cast like ritually cast detect magic every now and then, just to yeah, I got that as a ritual spell, right? Yeah, ritually cast detect magic, ritually cast telepathic bond for us four, and I'm just really talking to Larnin. How are you feeling? I noticed you're getting you seem to be getting a little bit more feisty, if you will, and I kind of like, because I think you mentioned that he's grown a couple extra eyes and that kind of stuff. So I'm just kind of checking him out. How you feeling? Trying to get a feel if, like, is he gonna turn into a mind flayer, or like what's going on here?
Yeah, as you ask him that, he says in response to you, with facing death so many times in such a short period of time, kind of given up on the fear, just kind of leaning into it now. The idea that, it will come to me one day soon, and probably sooner than I truly expect or would want. But regardless, what you guys have shown me is that true willpower, that inner strength, anything is really possible.
That's definitely good to hear, Larny. I feel like you're really starting to get it now, because either we die trying to get here, or, well, if things come to pass without our health, we're just gonna die anyway. So you might as well try to do something at least mediocrely good.
That's always been my life's motto. At least do mediocre, and you'll get by.
Yeah. At the end of the day, a 5 is still better than a 4.
You get it. You get it. But that's not what we're here for today. We're here to be not a 5, not a 4, not a 6, not a 7, but somewhere in the 8, the 9, or the 10 regions. Make sure that we can, as so mentioned so many times, leave behind a legacy, or if not a legacy, at least die in some heroic fashion.
Well, Larny, I think you already cemented your legacy. You did just kill a beholder.
He kind of just laughs, and in his mind is thinking, I don't think I did anything, but I survived. I survived. It's about the extent of what I can say.
The only thing that matters is the stories we tell, my friend. And I put my hand on his shoulder, and my thumb accidentally goes into one of the extra eyes that's growing on him, and I give him a little bit more comfort.
So yeah, as you're standing out here, though, are you planning on going into the room at all, or are you just kind of keeping watch?
I'm keeping watch, being extra sensitive to stuff. I would have cast the telepathic bond, so we can all be kind of bonded at this point, ritually, and then just kind of getting ready.
All right. As let's see. You're having this conversation with Lornan for, a couple of minutes here and there. Carlos will say 15 minutes have gone by. You say you don't hear anything near you, but you start to sense some sort of magic coming from the north. And as soon as you look up and try to trace that, you see two of these figures, these humanoid men, kind of draped in these shredded clothing. One of them has a tentacle growing off of the side of his neck. The other one, several eyes on him. Both kind of have these face tentacles beginning to grow off their chin, off their face a little bit as well. Their skin tinted a little bit violet. And you see them kind of hunched up over and walking in your direction.
So I would immediately grab Larny by the hand and just start kind of running back to the guys. And as soon as I kind of break the corner, back against the wall, looking at them frantically and going shh, that way. And then I kind of put my ear to the wall to see if I can hear anything coming down the coming down the aisle, so to speak.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Deuces.
Oh, nice. That's a nat 20. Nice. Yeah, you put your ear up to the wall, and you can hear some conversation happening behind the wall, just under. Yeah, you hear an air horn. Hushed tones, kind of very kind of feverishly chattering back and forth to each other like madmen.
I would kind of slide over to Fang and Solrak and go, guys, this is a time to rest. There's two up there.
Well, I am not going to do anything until they get to us. In the meantime, let's just try and relax, stay quiet, maybe kind of tuck away in this corner over by where you are, so we're not just completely out in the open. But again, I need some time for myself. I'm sure you understand that.
As soon as you say this, Fang, a pitch black hole opens up in the middle of this room before you guys, and you see these black tentacles reach out from it. And as soon as the tentacles reach out, they spread the hole further wide open as these two men kind of slink their way through it and look at you guys with their black eyes on their face and say, look down at first at that Irv right behind them. Say, they bested the beholder. Talavar will not be happy. Looking weak though. What do you say? And you see the tentacles on the face start to like squirm out in Larnen's direction. It's like sense him a little bit. Are you with them? As you begin to notice a sense of familiarity on his face with Larnen. As Larnen begins to back up a little bit, the man's tentacles reach out and like tries to grab around his body. Yeah, and that will. The tentacle reaches around Larnen, and you see as soon as it does that, this black energy is kind of pumping through it, and this necrotic, dark energy just kind of blasts through the tentacle on Larnen. He takes a solid hit and is grappled by this tentacle. What do you guys do?
Well, I think we need to stop resting here a little bit. I would see that happen, and I would just kind of immediately, I need you to get off of Larny, buddy. And I'm going to hit him with a Sacred Flame. It's an 8. That's a 19 dex.
Oh, sorry if you can't see my rolls. Okay, let's go ahead and as you begin to charge up your Sacred Flame, the other one begins to react as well. So go ahead and roll initiative, and we'll jump on into Combat Tracker.
Did you... was it clear?
Yep.
Oh, 32. Well, I guess that works.
Okay. Ooh, 32. Crazy. All right. Everyone's good. Let's see, Fang.
8.
8. Cool. All right, Wilma, you are up first.
All right, so I'm gonna Sacred Flame the one touching Larny.
Okay, dex
19
save.
dex save. 21 damage.
21 dex save.
That passed, and then I'm gonna move over here, and I guess I'm still Chalice, 'cause that's an hour.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Okay, alright, so then I will bonus action level 3 Mass Healing Word or Healing Word 3d4 1d4. I'm gonna Mass Healing Word bonus action. So that's both of them. So everybody gets 7 plus 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 plus a d8 for Chalice. Solid 8, so that's 20. And plus 4 on the Chalice. So everybody gets 24 health. And that, you can call it a 6, and including myself. So everybody gets 24 health. But I'm already max health, so good to go. And that's that.
Okay. All right, that's the end of your turn.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. The orange one here, holding Larnen, senses the healing energy pulse back through into him. And he begins to try to just first stab into him. Actually, no. You see him just stare into Larnen's eyes with his black eyes, and you guys can watch as he's like focusing in, and there's some sort of deep energy connecting them. As he blasts him with this psychic hit, he does 12 points of damage on Larnen, and Larnen needs to make a wisdom save. It's a 16. Does that save? It does. You guys watch as Larnen gets blasted with this, and his eyes begin to like fade, but then he shakes himself out of it, and as soon as he does, this guy who has him grabbed begins to just stab him with this short sword. That's a natural 20. He will do plus another d6, so that's 11 damage plus this damage too. 11 plus 10, that's 21 damage. Larnin looks hurt. He's still somehow standing, but a couple of stab wounds into his gut. He's holding onto it with one hand, being choked out with this tentacle grabbing him, and it is not looking good for Larnin right now. As he's going to take half his movement and move away with him a little bit, away from you guys. Okay, the next one is up. You see him close all of his black eyes, and he begins to move his hands together in such a way that you feel this dark coldness start to envelop around you guys. As you look around, let me see this. Actually, no, darkness. Whoops, wrong one. You guys feel this cold tear in space, in reality, just rip right around you guys. Let me get the size right. Cool. Is that right?
That's a size. That's fucking huge, man.
It's 20 foot actually, not 30.
If it's a radius, it'll still get us all.
Still probably gets all of us.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, if it's a 20-foot radius, still gets us all.
There we go. Yeah, so this void, you guys can hear these like soft whispers and like these slurping noises, and you see these black tentacles reach out, and almost like this like starry void just into this hole that just rips around you guys. You can't see any light in there, and you guys are completely blinded as this just envelops around you guys. It's just like you're in this like black space that just like it's a warp of like fabric of space and time. I need you guys to all make dex saves for me, please. Actually,
then I get a D4 on it too for my rabbit feet. 23.
24.
All right. Hold on to those rolls. This just creates right now this black space that you guys are kind of held in, and you're blinded right now. You don't see outside of it. So let's take it to Solrak now.
Are we like actually blinded, or just it's so dark we can't see anything?
It's so dark you can't see anything. And Solrak, you take 7 points of cold damage. Starting in here, as you just feel this void, this chill that's within here, just kind of ripping onto your skin and leaving you this bitter coldness.
How much cold damage?
He takes 7. Just Solrak.
Oh, it's just alright. Okay.
And it's his turn. And it's difficult terrain, so it takes double your movement to move in this space.
Oh no!
And you're muted.
Solrak, you're muted, by the way.
There we go.
Sorry. Okay.
Thank God.
Okay. So I'm going to. Let's see, it's difficult terrain. Cool. That's actually perfect. So I remember about where this guy that shot it to me was, so I know that I can move at least straight. So I'm gonna move my 15 feet distance, which puts me just straight ahead, so right out of the circle. Wait. Oh, that's 20. Fuck it, I'm gonna dash just so I can get out of there.
Alright, cool.
And I'll be there.
Okay, anything else for you?
That's it. I'm gonna say, get your claws off my lardy, you bastards!
Alrighty, so Larnin up now being held by this guy. He's going to try to wiggle his way out of this. He's not very strong, so he's going to try to wiggle. 14. 14 is just below what he needs as he tries to get his way out, and Larnin is still being held tight by him. Actually, something happens. He takes 5 points of damage. And that is going to be Lauren's turn as he looks at you, Solrak. His eyes slowly closing as the life is being squeezed out of him. He says, "Don't worry about me." And it's Fang's turn. Fang, at the start of your turn, you take just 4 points of cold damage.
Boo. Alright. Alright. Even my bald, shiny head isn't enough light to see through this darkness here. But nonetheless, I'm able to kind of understand where that guy was. So I just kind of walk straight. Whoa, whoa.
Now it's real darkness.
Yeah.
He gone.
Go for it.
Yeah. So I make it out right next to him. A quarterstaff, and I'm gonna come swinging my staff.
Go for it.
Alright. $27.
That will hit.
Fuck yeah, well. And are these guys considered undead?
No.
No, okay. So 10 damage.
Okay.
And then
this black void just shrinks back into nothing as the tentacles kind of slide back into it after you hit him and kind of shakes out of this concentration that he was holding on that.
And then I move over to this guy. And you said like the tentacles, there's like tentacles that are kind of like sucking his face pretty much.
Yeah, so this one doesn't look exactly like this what I just sent to the game log, but he's got tentacles like off of his face that are wrapped around Lauren and it's like neck right now and squeezing him towards him.
Yeah, so I kind of come like down with like my quarterstaff like in between like Lauren and him, just kind of like chopping down at the tentacles to try and get him off.